It is a little chilly to start with this morning, and we have another windy day coming up too. Just this time the winds are going to be more out of the south and west as opposed to the north and west. So it's going to be a little warmer today, but still the winds will be just about as strong. So does it even matter?
No.
Not really. We've got some pretty chilly temperatures to start with right now. We're down into the 30s in many spots. So there's a look at our Mayetta camera right now. Still dark. Sunrise does not happen until 7:30 on the dot today. Our central Topeka camera looks pretty good too. We've got those mainly clear skies, but we've got pretty chilly temperatures down at 37 now. Dew points are at 30 degrees, and with that really low dew point, we've got a lot of dry air in place, clear skies, fairly light winds. That all pairs together to give us these cold temperatures to start with. Now our winds this morning are running around 3 to 10 miles per hour for the most part. And they're mainly out of the west, but starting to turn more out of the south and west. And that's going to really help to warm things up a little bit further later on this afternoon. Wind gusts for today, we're likely looking at those gusts likely about 35 to 40 miles per hour again later on, but we will start to see a front slide through, shifting our winds briefly overnight, and then eventually we'll see more of that northwesterly wind coming back in later Saturday and into Sunday. But overall, winds look much lighter heading into the weekend. Temperatures, though, were pretty cold, especially in Lawrence, where we're down to 30 degrees now. Where you see these blue colors here showing up, those are temperatures in the 30s. 37 at Topeka, Manhattan at 35, Junction City at 37 too. Now Lawrence, especially if you live near the river or closer up towards the airport, you may be waking up with a little bit of some patchy frost this morning, so just be aware of that as you're heading out the door. Otherwise, temperatures are going to be warming up fairly quickly up into the probably mid to upper 70s in several spots today. But notice getting a little bit cooler to the north as we have that front trying to slide through. That'll drop our temperatures into the middle to upper 30s overnight tonight. So I think if our winds can calm down enough, we may be looking at a little bit of some frost development early tomorrow. But if the winds kind of hold a little bit more steady for us, frost development would go down. But either way, we're going to be pretty chilly as our temperatures dip into the mid 30s. For tomorrow, we'll have temperatures climbing into the low to mid 70s, and then we're just going to be cooling down from there as that cold air is just going to take a little bit to really settle into place. We've got those clear skies right now across the area. As we zoom out, there's our culprit, this gigantic upper level low here that's really just been hanging out near the Great Lakes for several days. That's not really expecting to change anytime soon, so it's bringing a lot of rain to New England here. They're going to be dealing with some flooding over the coming days, while pretty much the rest of the country is going to be nearly absolutely quiet. We've got very quiet conditions, and the weather pattern just does not look to change until this thing gets reabsorbed back up into the jet stream, which is going to take some time. It kind of meanders around, you see, even throughout the first part of next week. And then we've got that high pressure building in on the back side of it, really reinforcing our dry, sunny, relatively cool conditions here in northeast Kansas. That's going to continue to make its way, hopefully, back up towards the jet stream, which is way off in Canada by the time we get to next weekend. But until then, that's several days worth of weather that's just going to be very similar and dry throughout next week. Future track, we've got some clear skies today, giving way to partly cloudy skies later on this evening, and we'll keep those clouds around through the daytime tomorrow. Temperatures, though, getting much cooler, especially into the first part of next week. Highs look to be in the 50s both Monday and Tuesday, with overnight lows in the upper 20s.